Yeah, hi everyone. Good tuning. Hope everyone doing well. Um, let's start. Meanwhile, other people get joined. So, yeah, Sandra, you want to go first?
Yeah, give me a second, please.
Mm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is sorting of tuples using lambda. So I use that lambda and searching for the second one and sorting that.
Okay,
And list of integers we have already done in the class. The even numbers, same with the odd number
okay,
using the lambda. And here I used filter instead of map, right? Because filter will give all the map will give all the value other than none also. So in this third question, we know what are the elements we need to remove. So I put it in that list, and then using the for loop, I deleting those these index value using the index method.
okay.
So other this is like using the pop method, but this one is just a slicing to get the particular value.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is adding to dictionaries by using a counter method. Usual way is the other method is using a for loop. Adding the common values and put it in a dictionary, and then searching the second dictionary for each iteration in the second dictionary. I'm going in the create a new dictionary, and if there is anything, then I'm adding, because if I go through only this, then I will get A, B, and C, not the D. That's why.
Okay,
Initially, for each word, I need to have the count. This for loop gives me the count of each word, and then again from that dictionary, I'm sorting that created dictionary, and then displaying the second one.
okay.
Here, write a program to intersection of two given arrays. Again, using a lambda method, you passing the searching the first one with the second list, looking each number from array A in array B. Average, I just use sum divided by length of that array.
Fine.
Reduce method, I use reduce, and I imported operator module, and operator add will give the add of all the values. Here we have add sub everything in this operator method. Square root of element, again map and lambda use that. Using the list comparison, same thing, but using the list comparison. Write a program to find divisible by. So in range, I get to this number, and if condition, appending all the satisfied numbers in the list. Write a multiplication table. I did that
Yeah, that's something. Perfect.
pattern match method.
Okay, perfect. Only 12 questions?
Yes, I saw
Okay.
12 questions. The
Right,
others
yeah.
are repeated. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you, Shanta.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, Prinsha?
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the sorted list, like the sorted dictionary,
Using lambda. Okay. Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay.
this one, same as the class one,
Yeah, fine.
and this one I used like not in index like here, and then I appended a new list. Yes, counter and one like iterating. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, using intersection use of this. Yeah, fine, fine.
Mm. And same here, using reduce and then like a loop.
Yeah. Go ahead. Lambda, fine. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
And
perfect.
you also gave the date and time.
Yes, there is one more notebook which contains some assignment related to date and time. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. So for this one, I was looking through the internet. I'm just writing notes about this because I've never used this library before. Mm,
Okay.
mhm. It's like without using the calendar
Okay.
and
Perfect.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Using lambda. Yeah.
Mm.
Try to. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. See, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Yeah, that's perfect differential.
And,
It's required most of the reporting.
mhm.
Okay. That. That. From. Specified. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, Vesaki.
Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started with the date and time problems, and I think this was covered in the notebook that you had shared.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, just hold on. Okay. Okay.
Oh, actually, for this program, right, to convert the Unix timestamp string to readable date. So
Mm-hmm.
I was checking. So how do we read this particular information in the Unix timestamp? Like, how do we understand what kind of a date field this is referring to?
Okay. Actually, our date system is started in 1970. Okay. So it's counted integer value. This is called as unique epoch timestamp. So if you want, you can just directly search over the internet.
Okay,
Just open the one tab, just write convert Unix times into the integer into the readable timestamp. So yeah. So there are many libraries
okay,
available and there is a converter. So this is
okay.
the unique integer timestamps, okay, where our timestamps start in 1970.
Okay. So if we have a particular, suppose we have a date with us in this
Yeah.
format, so I can do that also, right? Like
Yes, yes,
I
there
can
is a
try to
formula.
convert it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Vice versa, both is possible.
Hmm.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay, in the same notebook you are continuing. Okay,
Yeah, I
go
have
ahead.
just have one notebook. This we already covered in class.
Okay, go ahead. Encounter. Okay, fine.
This is to check for the second most repeated word in the string.
Okay,
I used lambda and I'm checking for using this reverse equal to true. I'm checking for the previous one, like which is second largest.
okay, perfect.
And intersection, it is just a direct filtration.
Okay, okay. So now, yeah, that's all. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. Thank you very much. That's okay. Yeah, I see. Let's go ahead. We have a couple of more minutes. Let's complete your notebook.
My screen is visible.
Yeah, fine. So, yeah, slow down.
Here I have created a new object time delta and then given it a value 5 and then minus it from the current date.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, slow down. Okay, got it. Okay.
Here also I have used time delta and given it a value 1.
Yeah,
Can you share the code for this question? I couldn't get it, like how to do it in the
yeah,
bootcamp.
sure. Right. Okay,
Mm.
okay. Slow down. Yeah, fine.
Oh, this one is also not finished yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, perfect. So it's in table form. Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, let's just update it later. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, AC. So we'll start with the session. Sulaw and Gautami, just submit your notebook to me. I will check and come back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's share my screen. Okay, perfect. That's an object. Any questions, anyone, before starting class and objects? No? Okay. So, okay, let's start with the class. Okay, anyone can tell me what is class and why we need the class? Anyone used already class, created class and object? Just to give a high level overview. No idea. So everyone using first time, going to use first time class?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So see, don't worry about the too much about the class. Class is a nothing related to logical first thing. Okay. So there is a no logic. See, whatever logic part and scenario part is there, whatever you are doing in assignments. Okay. Lambda and solving this problem. Data assignment is very important. Okay, for data analysis. But here class is no need to worry about too much. If you see, sometimes it's optional. Even my notebook, some of the my notebook, there is no class. Now it depends if your project is very large, right? If you have a lot of functions, right? For example, you have function of one domain, you have 20 functions, then other domain you have 20 functions, and then other domain, other module have 20 functions, and all module belong to the same project. In that case, handling function it's become difficult because almost you have 40, 50 functions. Might be the name of function can be same, but they belong to different module. In that scenario, handling those things it's become bit difficult. So we go with the class. But in a scripting and analysis, there is a no such scenario, right? Uh, so usually it's you totally up to you if you want to go to use with the class or directly because Python give the advantage without class also you can write and deploy the code. So it's completely fine. Okay, but we'll see how you wrap your functions. What we first learn how to write the code. Then we learn how to group your code into the functions. Okay. And how to call the functions. Now we will learn how to group your multiple function into the single class. Okay. So in in if you see in Python, everything is object. What is object? Object which execute the class basically. Okay, class is just blueprint. Blueprint in the sense just a steps of the like steps of one by one what you need to do. But execution done by object only. Okay, so if you see here to create object, we require such model or plan. Blueprint is nothing but a what class. Okay, one design, one concept, right? Class will implement that in a practical scenario. We can represent class as an attribute and behavior an object because class only contained variables and functions. Okay, there are three types of variable. We'll see, but class will contain only variables and functions. Okay, property are represented by variables and action are represented by the variable both variable and methods. So let's come here. So what is this is called as what your function? Simple functions. We are already done this. You can see simply hello. Just keeping this one, two, because I'm reading those two value, but I'm not doing anything. That's why. So not printing. If you want to print it, you can write here print number. So it will the print for you. Okay, that's okay. Simple program. Now, if you want to write same thing in a class, right? So that one parameter become mandatory. It's what self inside the function. So all function first argument becomes self. So that is the reason when you check some ChatGPT or some Stack Overflow, when they give a solution in a class, right? So there is a first parameter self. We always think what is self, why we need the self, right? So I will address those questions. First, now understand self is a not keyword because when you change our keyword list, okay, from library, self is a not a part of that list. That means self is a not keyword. If it's not a keyword, that means you can change it. If sometime in people ask, can I change the name of self as a S? Yeah, definitely you can do that because self is a not a, any keyword. You can give a, any name, not only self, which will prove. Okay. Now here we see class, you define test, self number. Because without this, if you try to execute, right, it will not work. Let's try. See, immediately say, I need a three because self is my default. Why you are giving two? So let's give a three parameter, it will work. See, it's working, you get an output as a 10, 20. Okay. Now, what is this? This is the class. Okay. I created T as object. So how to create object? Object name is equal to your class name. This will create an object for you. Now using T, you can call test. Then what is the advantage of the creating object? Okay. See, one advantage of creating object is what? Oh, one class can have multiple objects, right? So see, you can create a many as much as object is required, you can create. See, so there are four objects, right? You can run this four times. So two, three, four. You can see it's giving name error. There is a node three. Okay. So one, two, and three. See, all working. So one advantage you will get, you can create as much as object it's required, you can create. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Any questions here till now? All good? Let's
Yeah.
okay. Let's come to the here main class. Okay. Here I will show you some types of variables also. Okay. Now, sometime we see this type of functions, right? In ChatGPT. So what is this function? Okay. We'll talk about init function. It's a default constructor in Python. No need to write. You cannot change the name. It's a name page fixed. Start with the two underscore and with the two underscore. Okay. It's a special one. Why we used is to declare the instance variable. What is instance variable? Instance variable which can be used inside all the function. See, if you create any variable within the function that called as local variable. Okay, see, some result as a local variable. Okay, what is the meaning of local variable? That accessible within this function not able to use that variable. So that is one drawback we have. But what happen if we want to access some three variable in all the functions? In that case, you can go with this concept init one. Init is of constructor special functions which can hold your all instance variable, which can accessible directly in this all three functions. All three or two functions, it's common variable. Okay. It's a default run. That means no need to call. Whenever you create an object, D is equal to demo, init automatic execute. Okay. Because init is a special constructor. Let's see with example. So I created init here, some functions and multiple functions. Okay. So if you see here, D is equal to demo 20, 30. See, default run. That means it's running. I'm just calling some function and I'm just calling this and this. But this is also running because I'm able to see this message. You can see here. So that means it's a default run. No need to execute. Once you create an object, your constructor executed, which is init. Okay. Any questions here? No? Okay, perfect. So let's hear how to define the class. First question. So here class is a keyword, class name, your doc string, your variable name, and your methods. This is the structure of the class. Okay. Example, you can see class, student, doc string, and doc string you can print also. You can call help a student. It will give some hint also, some sort of. Okay. Now here we are coming to the types of variable. There are three types of variable: instance variable, static variable, and local variable. Can anyone tell me any type of variable? What is local variable? What is instance? What is static? Anyone want to try anything?
So local variables can be used in only in the where we are declaring it.
Yeah,
So just now, sometime back you were showing, right? It cannot be accessed elsewhere in the code. So an instance variables are something that we are initializing in the init constructor, which can be used throughout the code in different functions as well.
perfect. Yeah, perfect.
And static, I think it is. Mm, I'm not sure about static. I don't recollect what this is.
Perfect. See, yeah, that's it. That's really good. Yeah, if you see three types of variable, local variable within functions only. If you create within function, it will accessible within the function. Second functions not able to access the local variable. Okay. Now, if you see instance variable, what is the main reason of instance variable? For example, all your three function using one common variable. So no need to declare or call that variable. In all three functions, you simply create an instance variable which can directly give the access within a class. Scope of instance variable within a class. Within a class, anyone can use it. Local variable scope is within a function. Within a function, anyone can use it. Static variable is called as global variable that can be accessed outside the class. Out of three variable, static is can access outside the class directly. Okay, let's see the here with example. So if you see these are the variables static, see do outside the constructor directly whatever variable you will declare that consider the static, and this is considered as a what local. So here we are see two types of variables, static and local. Okay, so let me show you. Let me click on this one. See, when you write, see, I created many objects. If you see, it will do same thing for you. Okay. But let me take object 5 and see. I write object 5 dot. I press the tab. So once you press the tab, it will show you how many things object 5 can do for you. So you can see age, name, details. Why age and name? Because it's global variable. But you cannot see subject. Why you cannot see subject? It's not accessible outside the class. Even in outside the functions also. That's the reason you are not able to see subject marks, name and age is visible. Okay. Now let's come here in the next one where we are trying. I will just ask you to guess the output. Okay. Could you please guess the output for this? Error or Python or Java. Let me, yeah, let's first guess, then I will change the code. What is the output of this code? Anyone?
It shows Python and Java. Dev shows.
Both.
I
Okay.
think it's Python, Java two times.
Python, Java two times. What about other? Please try, just try to guess it.
Because there are two functions in the same name, I don't know. It will give error, I guess. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
perfect. Yeah, yeah, definitely that can be error also because it's a duplicate. Perfect. So let me run this one and we'll show you the output. See, it's giving Java. Now you will ask why Java. See, Python as a one concept, it's point to the always current. Python always point to the current reference. Okay. One more thing you observed here, I think everyone missed. Where is your self variable? Because self variable is a default argument and first argument to any functions, right, inside the class.
Oh, I think that is S.
Yeah,
No?
perfect. Here S treated as a your self variable. Okay. So if you see this as is a now self variable, you can change the name. Your program will work fine. Even I can write self. So it's a default argument itself. Okay. Let me replace with the self. So it's a self. Okay. But it's giving error.
Self dot name. I think
S
you have
is
to
not
change.
defined. Yeah. Okay. Now again question why Java? See, self always point to the current object. Current object is what? If you're writing this 3 times, it will not give the error, but it will point to the latest one. So your self is pointing to the this one. It will not give the error. It will say I will point to this one. So it's pointing here. Okay. Now what about this function? Again, same thing. It's the same time 2 times, no problem. It will point to this. So only this and this will work in your code. And that is the reason you are getting Java. Okay.
Okay.
If you write 3 times, no problem. Third one will execute. In case of functions, also in case of init. No problem. You can write same thing 5 times. It will print only latest one. But in other programming language, immediately you will get the error duplicate showing that. Okay, you cannot declare same name or same thing again in the same class. But in Python, they ignore. They just point to the latest one. Okay, it's clear to everyone.
Yeah.
Now self variable. Now self variable is powerful things, okay, in Python. So if you see self variable is always default variable, which is point to the current object, which I'm talking about. If you want to compare with other language, this is called as this keyword in Java. Self is a very similar to this keyword in Java. This keyword is also used to point to the current reference. Self is also doing the same thing, point to the current reference. Okay. By using self, you can access and create an instance variable, which can access entire in within the class. Note, self is the first argument inside the constructor. Okay. So whenever you play with a class or init, first argument is what? Self. Self should be first argument inside the method also. So what I'm trying to say. So whenever you create the functions, right? So self is the first argument. Okay. All the functions, all the constructor by default. Even you're not allowed to, the interpreter or this compiler, right? By default treat as your first variable as a self. The question is, what is constructor? See, constructor is a special method in Python, and not in Python, in Java also, right? Name is a constructor, always start with the init. Okay. So here, init is a default constructor in Python. Constructor will execute automatically when you create the object. We already did it. Main purpose of constructor is to declare the instance variable. Remember this one, instance variable. Okay. Per object constructor will be executed only once. You cannot execute multiple things. Constructor can be largest a constructor will have at least one argument. It's a sub. Constructor is optional. You can write your entire program without constructor also. Okay. So here the program for you all. So I'm pasting this one. You need to create this. You need to take three input as a instance variable. Okay. And try to complete this program. See, you can take three value as an instance variable, but not all three value going to use in your all the four function. Cube might be need only one argument. Some num might be need three argument. Square root need one argument. Mod need two arguments. Okay. So whenever it say one argument, use first number. Whenever it say two argument, pass first two number. Whenever it say three, Pass all three numbers. So this is the program. Just start writing everyone and then just let me know once you're done. Let me share in meeting chat. Yeah. I hope question is clear to everyone. Anyone have any questions? Question is clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's start writing the code. So how many function you will create in class?
I
5.
think four.
Four.
Five, yeah, five.
Four. Yeah, five. You're right. One is a constructor.
Can you scroll up where that example was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, not this one, previous one, just to see the syntax and how to write. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I got the solution of this. Okay, let me check. So you're declaring three instance variable, one to module self, directly using that to value, perfect, to square root, sum, num, multi-value sum. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's look good. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Just I will suggest one thing. Use self as a self variable, so it will not create extra confusion while reading the code. Okay. Recommended to use self as it is.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, tomorrow someone read right, so it create extra confusion. Perfect. So we'll wait for the more couple of minutes. Let's complete other also. Yeah, paste your solution if you're done. I'm just waiting for other solutions.
Uh, I couldn't do it. I'm not too good in classes. Haven't practiced them too much, so I'm just trying. I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
no problem. No problem.
And how often do you have to use classes and object-oriented programming in your work? How often?
Very rare, so see, it's totally depends on you because without class you can do everything in Python. Okay.
Oh,
So it totally depends on how you write the code. If it's like 10 more modules, 5 modules, and one two function, not required class, you can separate it by using py file also. Okay.
okay.
But yeah, if it's to talk about the development things, definitely class is required because there are more than 200, 300 functions are there. So we need to separate it by with common module class, right? So in
Okay.
that case, class is required.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have at least basic class you can write, really will help, right? Tomorrow
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah.
such,
I'll give it a little more practice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give more few minutes, then we'll continue. Okay, no problem. Mm, Got the one of this one. Interesting. Mm, Yep. Your program looked at Pixel?
Prem, I have a question.
Yeah, this go ahead.
So for these data analyst kind of positions, right? Like many
Mhm.
companies are asking for strong background in Python or R, SQL, these kind of tools. So will any kind of like certification or something help? Like if that is in the resume, right? Um,
Yes. Certification in terms of language will not matter a lot. But for
okay,
example, there are some certifications, Google Analytics, right? So,
right.
so those are the kinds of certificates really helpful, right? You learn
Okay,
some
so
Google technology to analysis, and there are some more cloud technology, right? Do analysis
okay,
will help you.
okay, okay. So if I'm looking for getting some certification on, suppose the basics of Python or foundational course on some Python, right? So if I try to get certifications on that, that will not have more weightage compared to these
Uh,
analytics.
yeah, yeah, not more weightage. So I will suggest do not spend much time on that side. Better you
Okay.
do some certifications, right? Google
Uh-huh.
Analytics, Google Business Analytics, right? So there are some low paid or some of the free also. But if you take a good minimum paid, right, you get a very good certificate. And so long
Yeah.
duration. That help. IBM, there's IBM Analytics, some, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that add more value, right? Because
Okay.
when, as I experience, you are going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
certification in the language not matter a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So in that
But
particular specific domain, if we are having some certification, maybe that will be better.
that really help a lot, right? For example, you can do Tableau certifications will help you.
Yeah.
Tableau
Yeah.
reporting, right? Will help you a lot. Okay.
Okay.
But as I experience, um, prerequisite Python, Pandas, basic things, assume that it's already, uh, as I experience, already considered, right? A SQL also. So not required to do the any certifications in Python, SQL or Pandas, because when you do any
Okay.
analysis course, right, that inbuilt content, these are the
Mm-hmm.
basic.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So just add
Yeah.
this
Thanks.
certification will help you. Tableau certification, IBM and Google, they
Okay.
release some their own certifications, right? Using some
Mm-hmm.
Google technology. That really helpful for you.
So that will kind of cover all these conceptual things, as well as these programming also.
Depends on where, see, they are different. One is business, then they talk about a lot of about domains, right? They not focus on the programming language. They talk about domains
Yeah.
and some tools. Okay. And if you take some
Okay. Okay.
core course, right, which data analyst, okay, data
Mm-hmm.
analyst will take care about Python pandas or these are the cleaning transformations.
Yeah.
Okay. So just find out some course, send me. I will review and confirm you which you can do with that.
Yeah, sure. I was
Or I
actually
will.
browsing through it, so I thought like I'll ask you.
Yeah, yeah. Even I will check and I will tell you some of the with low cost and more value to same line. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I think that will help a lot.
Yeah, sure. We'll forward in a good time.
Okay, sure.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Shanti. Yeah. Aishi, I got your code. You thought me. Yeah, it's look good, everyone. Yes, so perfect. So, okay. So let's go ahead, class. Okay. So see the same solution here. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Difference between method and constructor. Okay. So see already difference we like the right if you declare two it will call latest one, but if you come to the function you can call all the functions one by one. Okay. That's required to call. In constructor you no need to call, right? It's inbuilt calling mechanism when you create object. So that is one difference. So there is a inner class. Can we declare inner class? Yes, you can declare class inside one more class, right? Which is possible in the other programming language also. But when you call, right, you need to create object of outer class. Okay, then you need to create object of inner class using outer class object. Then only you can access the inner class. Okay. So see here I created object of outer class. Using object of outer class, I created a new object for inner class I. Using I am accessing M1. This okay, it's giving me output. It's clear to everyone? Any questions here? Structure is clear, right? If you declare any time inner class, create object of this. Using object of this, create object of this. Using object of inner class, call this. Okay.
Okay.
One more program for you. Write a program, create a class person. Okay. Okay. This is the one program. Just start writing. I'm giving some couple of programs for class because I know you need some help. Oh, sorry for the chat. Quickly write a program using class. Create a class as a person. Okay. And you need to create one more class inside which contain day, month, year. And you need to using day, month, year. You need to display date of birth.
Can you show the syntax?
Yes, sure. This syntax, this one.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Prem, can you tell me, like in my code, when I
Hmm.
run it, I'm getting only the date of birth. That name is not displaying.
Okay. The class person you are defining in it because you are not printing name, right? Anywhere. Your instance variable is loading. That means when you check object, right? What is object? V dot. When you press tab, right? Okay, let me run this one. When you press tab, so you can see name is there, right? But you are not printing anywhere here. That's the reason you are not able to see. If you want to see, you need to either print or return that value.
Okay, so I can print it here in this function.
Yeah, you can print it in your function. Oh, it's inside inner class, right? Okay, you declare outside, then you need to open it. See this way. If you want to print here, I think you can print using class name.
Or should we use the object that is created?
That's object is created.
I
P.
think P is the object here.
Hmm, perfect, yeah. So yeah, we'll wait a couple of more minutes, then we'll start with the part two class. Yeah, I got more solutions. Yeah, I see. I got the solutions. Yes, no. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, let's continue in other concept. Okay, it's a concept of Python class. Okay, just for the knowledge point of view. Okay, so if in future if it's required this type of situation used, so you at least you are aware how to use it. Okay, so we are going to talk about the inheritance. Okay, what is inheritance in terms of class? Why we use the inheritance? See, simple use of free inheritance in one word, reusability. Okay, reusability of your codes, that is what inheritance. If you want whatever the existing code you want to inherit in other class and you need to build a new logic for that, that is what concept and inheritance. There are multiple types of inheritance. We will focus on the single level inheritance. For example, we have one class A having the function and class B you created. Okay, so class B is a what subclass. So you can see I created class A which having in it num1, num2 variable and add to number. Okay, then I created class B also which have subtract. But how I inherited this feature? Because I do not want to build add inside this B also. Because this requirement was initially, then requirement add one more. So I created a new class. So simply you can use round bracket and pass A. That means all the property of A inherited inside the B. So when you create an object of B, you are able to access this and this both. See, similarly, you created class C, then it's multiplication. Then you will inherit all the property of A and B inside C, you calling B because B already have the property of A. So when you create object of C, let's see what you can see. Object dot that. See, object 3 will contain everything. See, addition, multiplication, num1, num2. Everyone, any questions here? Why? Because A inherited by B, B inherited by C. So whatever property A and B have, like add and multiplication, add and sub, it's already visible in C. See, add and subtraction. If you want to call using this add property, right? 15. See, one tap. So using object of C, you are able to call this because of inheritance. Any questions here? Clear with the inheritance? Everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Simple concept of inheritance. Okay. So inheritance is easiest. Now everything is a just concept. No any logical things. Now polymorphism. Anyone know what is polymorphism? Any idea why we need a polymorphism? See, polymorphism, there are two types. If you ask me non-technical definition of polymorphism, you are also example of polymorphism. Your smartphone is example of polymorphism. Okay. Many things, many things which change their behavior based on the situation. That is a concept of polymorphism. For example, your behavior is different at home, outside is different, with the friends is different, right? And different situation is different, right? So that is the example of polymorphism. Okay. So the the person is same, the thing is different based on the different scenario. That is example of polymorphism. Similarly in class. So there are two types of polymorphism, method overloading and riding. So your method name will be same. Method name is not going to change in polymorphism because person is same. What is going to change? In method overriding, you will just call same function in different class in loading with different parameter. Okay, let's see here. Polymorphism, I created class A. You can see my function name is same, but here parameter is different. Here num4, here num4 5. Okay, I'm using self. Let me call here, then I will show you something. Okay, see, it's giving output perfectly. Okay, but I want to call this. Okay. By default, it's calling this. How I can call this? So let me pass one argument because my first function support one argument. So let me pass just 10. Say it's true. See 10 giving error. Okay. Because method overloading is not possible in Python. Other programming language is possible, but not in Python. So see error because their current object, if your function name is same, it will point to this only. It will not consider this. Now I'm trying to access old one. That's why I'm getting this error. Okay. So method overloading is not possible. Okay. Let's talk about the overriding. So here method overriding. So what is method overriding? When you talk about the method overriding, two class will come into the picture because method overriding not possible to perform in same function. Okay. If you perform, it will not consider your latest function will be as output. Okay. So this is the which one? Let me show you. Mm, this is the example of overriding. But overriding cannot perform in same class because it will treat as a this as a your output. Okay, let's see here. So method overriding. Okay. So I created one class cal. How you perform that method is overridden. Signature is same. That means this is and their parameter it's going to same. Okay, no difference. How you perform overloading? Because overloading also have same name. See, if your parameter is different, that is overloading. Signature is same. In overriding, signature will not change anyhow, but overloading is not possible in Python. Don't worry. Now overriding is possible. Loading is not possible. Now here you can see I created a cal. Now I created a class B and I'm here creating again cal. One cal is doing addition of two, addition of three number. Let me print this. When you create the object, see, addition of two number is working, right? What about if I want to uh, print? I created object of P. Okay, so addition of two numbers printing. Okay, no problem. Addition of three number. Okay, so see, all both are printing. How it's happening? Because using here I call. See, both cal is same. Your object will confuse which you are asking me because I after inherit I have two cal which you are asking. So you are telling here super dot cal. That means you are saying your parent cal function call. So it's calling here. Then you are calling your own. Is it clear this one? Overriding? Any questions here, everyone?
So in the initial example also, if we say which class of method we are calling, it will write that, right? In the initial Python and Java example.
Java is a bit different because they have very strong
No, no, no.
concept.
I mean, I'm not talking about the programming, I mean the example one.
Uh, just could you please repeat your question? Sorry, I didn't.
In the initial, you were showing two, you know, same
Okay,
function name, but it takes the last reference, right?
this one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is the same class. Okay. I just got
This is the
confused.
same class, yeah. That
Okay.
is, yeah. That is the reason it will take by default this. This is not example of overriding because
Okay.
overriding cannot perform within same class.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is the reason here we created two class and inherited. When you inherit, now you have two properties, same name. How you will
Mm-hmm.
differentiate which one is which one your parent using super.cal.
Mm-hmm.
Super.cal will indicate this one you are calling. That is the reason if you see output, addition of two number and then
Mm-hmm.
addition. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Everyone is clear or it's getting tough for class. Don't worry, understand the concept only. No need to implement, okay? You can write your program in
Uh,
function.
can you explain this once again? Like I'm little
Yeah,
confused. I'm not very clear about it.
sure. See, overloading, forgot that. Okay, there is no concept of overloading in Python. Let's come to the overriding. What is overriding? Overriding means this same as it is clone will be implemented in subclass. Okay. What is subclass? That means there is one more class which is going to inherit class A. So in class A, declare init and cal. Now class will become and try to inherit A. But what happened here? B also have same function name cal and self. So here confusion will occur. But Python handle it using overriding feature. Python said, okay, we inherit, now we have two property, cal and this cal. But tomorrow, if our requirement is what print, your parent class cal also, how your object will identify which cal you are asking. So you can use super.cal. Super.cal means you are asking this cal. Only cal means you are asking by default this one. Because why only cal print this? Object is of V. You are creating object of V. That means whenever you call default, it will execute it. If you want to execute upper one, you need to call super.cal. Is it clear now?
Yeah, so before defining the function in class B, I have to first call super.cal, which will reference to this particular
Correct.
function
Yeah.
within this class.
Yeah. If you don't call, then it will not execute. Simple. It will by default run this one. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine. Got it. The latest instance will be
Yeah, correct.
run.
Yes. This
Oh,
is the correct way to say. Because self point to the latest instance, right? So it's the
yep.
instance of V, it always refer to this one. If you want to refer
Okay,
to old one, use super.cal.
okay, got it.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
what if I want to like refer both of them?
With the same object, not possible.
Okay.
Using supercal.u, it's possible.
So can I like create two objects, one for class A, one for class B, and try to
Ah, yeah,
access it?
that's okay. That's our normal way to execute.
Okay,
That is easily possible, no problem. But here, it's how you achieve it using overriding. That is what I'm trying to present. Using
okay,
super.
got it. Okay, fine.
Okay, right. Any other questions? Anyone have any points here? All good?
Can you explain overloading one more time?
Yes. See, overloading is what, how you say that this is overloading. Your function will name. See, polymorphism is a concept where person will not change. When I say person will not change, that means your function will not change. Your function name is the same across the overloading and writing. But in loading, your signature will change. When I say overloading, signature will change means one function will take one argument, second function will take two argument, one function will return the value, other function will not return the value, but your name is same. That is the concept of overloading. So if you see, your function name is different. When you
Okay.
when you change the signature, that's become overloading. When you keep the signature same, that's become overriding.
Okay.
So if you see signature is same, def self, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever signature is same, it's overriding. Signature is different, it's overloading. That is only difference. Overloading can perform within the same class.
Mm-hmm.
Overriding always perform within two classes. But in Python, overloading is not possible.
Okay.
Okay? Because it will refer. See, it will not give any error, but by default refer to this. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions? All clear? Let's move to the next one. Now abstract method. One more things will come your way. Abstract. Now you will think what is abstract. See, again, this is a concept. Uh, in most of the our project presentation, you create a one abstract, right? The abstract will tell you the high level of what exactly you are doing in that project. Correct? So this is the same abstract in programming language. Abstract means you are just defining yourself what exactly you are going to implement. That is what abstract in non-technical also in technical. Okay. Index page, that is also abstract, which you are giving high level overview what exactly inside, right? Okay. So here you can see the example of abstract. So for abstract, you need to import a from ABC import store. Okay. And just write at the rate abstract method. Once you write at the rate abstract method, this method you can ignore for now. It will not give error, right? So here you can see one function is abstract, one function is a non-abstract. How you can say that function is non-abstract? If the implementation is there, okay. So this all the function is a non-abstract. This all the function are non-abstract because inside a function you are doing your implementation. So those are the example of non-abstract. So this is non-abstract. This is abstract because only declaration is there, no implementation. Okay. So why we this create? See what happened when you work in a big project, right? So those are the senior person. They just design the abstract. How many models it required, how many functions will required. You need to just extend their class, import their class. Okay. And when you import, right, if it's abstract, it will not allow to execute your code until unless you implement in your subclass. That means, for example, class A is there. Now I'm extending class A. That means all the property of class A is going in B. But you cannot execute B until unless you implement this because it's abstract. So abstract give the 100% guarantee your subclass, your who is going to use that person need to implement you. You can see I implemented here. Then only you are able to execute it. Okay. For example, let me comment this. Can I go ahead without this? So immediately run. You can see cannot abstract class be abstract method add. So it's saying that please complete your abstract work because you are inheriting A and A is abstract method. Only declaration is happen as you are going to inherit. You are the responsible for implementation. Then only I will allow to execute. So this is the example of abstract. Any questions here?
So for that function you are mentioning, you are writing pass, right?
Yeah.
Because the logic is
Pass
not
means
implemented.
nothing. Yeah, pass means nothing.
Yeah.
We
So is
declare.
it mandatory because I am anyway on the top before the function, right? I'm anyway mentioning like at the rate abstract method. So is
Yeah.
this pass, writing this pass also necessary?
Yeah. That's good question, but yeah, you can see it will give a syntax error because
Okay.
always whenever you want to ignore the implementation, you need to use pass keyword. That is the reason pass keyword is created.
Okay. No, I thought because already we are mentioning that this is going to be an abstract method. So that's why I
Abstract
asked it.
method, when you say here abstract method, so it will
Mm,
block you here. It will say there is a someone abstract. I will not allow to go ahead without implementing it.
okay.
Okay.
That's what you commented now and showed, right? That it will throw an error. It's
Yes,
not
yes,
instantiated. Yeah.
correct. Any questions, anyone here? I know end of the class, most of the people have headache to understand the class, right? No worries, just watch the recording again if required, and let me ask, I will provide other materials. But I will suggest do not spend much time in this. Just listen the concept, understand. So whenever it's required in future, at least you know, yeah, there are certain concept which you can implement. Okay. Now let's back to one more Python concept, interface. Now, what is the difference between interface and abstract? See, abstract is a concept where you can abstract also implement. See the example. Here I abstracted one function and one is implemented. So abstract is not 100%. You can do both. You can keep one function abstract, one is a non-abstract. Abstract. That feature is there, but interface is 100% abstract. That is the only difference. Abstract abstract class can be 100% or cannot be, but interface is 100%. That means only declaration. You can see that You cannot implement anything inside that. That is the interface. So whoever going to extend this, that person is responsible to implement it. Simple. That is only difference between interface and abstract. Any questions here?
So in interface, it means the superclass, whatever functions we are defining under superclass, everything has to be an abstract method.
100% abstract. Yeah. No implementation.
Okay. Okay.
Interface is 100% abstract. That means only you are going to define what you are going to do. No implementation. But in abstract, partial allowed. Any questions, anyone? One more concept, after that this will end. No worries, okay. Now here we are going to talk about underscore, your private variable, right? So you can see I created here underscore underscore x underscore underscore y, temp 0. Now I'm accessing it. Okay. One second. I didn't put the heading. Okay. Do you know what is encapsulation? What is the meaning of encapsulation? Anyone? Meaning of encapsulation, can you tell me? Hello? Anyone can tell me?
I don't recollect it, but I think in Java also we have this concept.
Yes. See, I will tell you, encapsulation is just hiding your things. Okay. That is what encapsulation is. Hide your things with the outside. That is a concept of encapsulation. So there are two types of label hiding. One is variable label, one is functions label. So here I'm going to show you with the variable label. So I keep your two variable as a private. You can see underscore underscore. XY is private. Now in M1, what I'm doing, addition of XY and is storing inside the what C. C is also private. So here total three variable are private, X, Y, and C. It's totally hidden from outside this class. But still I want to send whatever the result inside C. So I will create one temporary variable. I will pass the result in temp and return the T. So whenever you create an object, right? So that object will think the output is who's returning the output? Temp. Okay. But actually, if you see output is not written by temp, actual output is written by what? C. But you cannot see anything. Everything is hidden because of this private variable. You only see is what? Temp and function name. So you always assume your output is coming from function one and temp, but actual implementation is this three variable, which is hidden. Okay. It's clear, everyone? So this three variable you cannot see. Even it's a, you can see it's a global, you cannot see. Similarly, if you see here, I declare one more thing. Now here your function is private. So I said M1 is a private now. And I do all the things. Then I create one more function which just calling to your M1. So whenever you create an object of this, right? So whenever you call temp.t, when you press tab, only temp is available for you. Your object don't know about this entire things. Because it's private. Okay. So when you create an object will know only about temp, which is only exit outside, and you can call the temp. Temp will call internally. Temp will call internally this one and do the addition and return. Okay. Any questions here? It's clear or not? If not, I will try to explain once more time.
So inside that private function, everything should be private. I mean, yeah, that C and
Yes.
C,
Yes.
the variable C.
Everything is private.
Okay.
If you want to encapsulate it totally, completely, right? If you do not want, you can use this approach. Your function is not private.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So this is the only thing in Python, right? So we are done. So these are the some concept of class. I will download the notebook. I will share with you all. Just go through it. I try to explain you in very simple way. But still, if there's anything, let me know. I will explain more. Okay. But no need to worry about too much. This just understand the concept. That's it, and leave it. Okay. Okay. So almost we are done in Python. Okay. I will send you the some solution notebook which you asked me. And yeah, perfect. That's all look good. So from tomorrow we'll start with this pandas. Okay. So let me give a high level introduction about the pandas. We have some time. My screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
See, this is the panda library which we are going to use for play with the data. Here we'll do couple of the project data cleaning and all everything. Okay. So this is a very good book for pandas. Okay. Python data analysis. If you want, you can take this. Uh, Let me go to the documentations. And there are some good guide of pandas also. Let me see 10 minutes in panda will tell you everything. See how to import NumPy, how to import pandas. Okay. There are two types of pandas. Okay. Series, data frame. Data frame deal with the two dimension, series deal with the one dimension. Okay. How to create a series. We'll see tomorrow. Okay. All this just high level I'm giving. This is the how you can see the series. See, this is how you can create your date type using pandas library. See your dictionary, right? How you load dictionary into data frame. It's directly loadable, right? You can directly load your dictionary. Just write pd.dataframe inside that your dictionary. If you want, I will show you. Let me see here. I will show you. See here I create dt. Okay. Let me open the new tab. I create dt. Import pd. Okay. Import pandas. Okay. Import numpy as NP. And you simply write here what dt. See, okay, it's a dictionary. Now, when you want to create a data frame, so you simply write pd.dataframe dt. So how your df look like? Okay, this is your data frame look like. Don't worry, we will go very deep in data frame because it's a powerful library, but this is the high level I just want to show you. Okay, so any prerequisite, I will give us some video to watch it. Just watch before joining tomorrow sessions. Okay. And there is a couple of options, right? df2 dot very powerful library. If you put info, it will tell you everything about your data frame, what data type, what everything you are using. Okay. If you write df2 dot describe, if you press the tab, you can see. See, it will tell you all statics, number of rows you have, mean value, standard deviation, mean value, percentage. One more describe you can use. One is with bracket, one is without bracket. See. This will give a high level one quick overview of data frame. So there's one more df dot head. It's like limit in SQL. If you want to see only two record, first two record, use df dot head. If you want to use bottom two record, df dot del, right? It will show you last two records. So all these things, it's very nice. Okay, Panda is very nice. If you worked on SQL, it's very easy for you. It's very similar to SQL, like structure way. One and two liner solution always you need to write. Okay. Any questions here? And here, if
So
you
how
see,
exactly do we use pandas in work?
sorry, could you please repeat your questions? I just,
So I was asking how exactly do we use pandas when we are working in any organization?
oh, okay. So your use of pandas, yeah, see, we use a lot pandas, okay. So for all the data cleaning, reading the CSV, Excel, see, I will tell you the power of pandas, right? If you just write df2 dot and press the tab, right? Oh, let me see. PD dot, PD dot, let's press tab. You can see how you can read the data. This is a very powerful, okay. Let me just write, read. See, read CSV, read Excel. You don't know these are the source. GB, SDFC, HTML, Parquet. This is big data format. Okay. Then
Yeah.
SAS, then SQL query, SQL table, and then table XML option. This is the like power of the pandas. So reading any source, right? If you have Excel, CSV, or HTML, XML, right? Panda is very powerful. Then cleaning. So we use a lot these libraries. If you see my daily work, this no without Jupyter Notebook and Pandas, you will very difficult to work.
Okay, so it's like one single platform where you have everything handy with you, like for reading.
Yes,
Suppose
yes,
I have like 5 sources, I can read from all those 5 sources using just
yes.
this pandas.
Yeah. Even database you have right here. Simply write
Yeah,
read, you will get SQL.
SQL is also there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. SQL query, SQL table, three options is there.
Yeah, how
So it's
you are
very
getting this list?
Tab,
just press
he said,
tab,
no?
PD dot tab.
I'm not getting it. That's why.
Sometimes it's
Oh,
not work. Some of the like some of the notebook, but it will take some time. See, if you're doing first time, right? Just dot, press tab, just wait for the like few minutes, it will come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't do
Oh,
anything after tab, it will take some time
okay.
because it's loading the shortcut. Once it's loaded, then it will very easy. Okay.
Okay.
mhm. I'm
And
also
for
not
is
getting.
yeah, just press the tab and just hold for some time.
Okay,
And for any scripting, we use pandas a lot, right? It's very used, very easy, right? Data cleaning and transformation, we use a lot.
okay.
Yes. Any other questions? We'll see all those things. I will go very deep in pandas. I enjoy a lot working with these libraries because this solve a lot of my problem. See, if you're doing Excel reports, so I think you are good in Excel. If you're good in pandas, you will not use Excel. That I can tell you. See all the pivot table, VLOOKUP, very easily you can do that, right? Very good reports you can derive, right? Okay, working
So
with the
you had
text data.
mentioned about NumPy once. So
Yes,
is that also part of pandas only?
yes. NumPy is a supporting library. NumPy is called as numerical Python, which is developed
Okay,
using programming C to boost the speed of pandas. Panda is
okay,
slower. Okay, Panda speed is slow. So when you use NumPy, boost your speed in no, mathematical things. You can see it's already there. So with Pandas, we are going to use
oh,
NumPy, but it's supporting library to boost the speed of Pandas. NumPy is very
okay. So
fast.
okay, so these two are very different libraries, right? Like pandas and NumPy, two
Yeah,
different
but
libraries.
two different library used together.
Okay,
NumPy is a
got it.
supporting library for Pandas. It support mathematical operation
Okay.
to pandas. That is the reason name is numerical Python.
So
Can
are
repeat
there
the
any
question.
other supporting libraries which we use with pandas?
See, if you see, NumPy is huge, and you can use anything in Python with even Python with you can import any libraries. That's fine. But cleaning pandas and NumPy is enough. See, you can see I'm using rand module also. That also that's fine. Okay.
Okay, but majorly pandas and NumPy are something which
Majorly
we use
pandas
in the
NumPy. Yes.
workplace.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
See, you can do very nice visualization also. You can see this type of graph using pandas. And then you will see pie chart also. This is box plot, the pie chart. With this percentage level you can give. Okay, all this thing using libraries. Here one more library come into the picture, a matplotlib. Okay, so this is the one official website. If you go through, you will see Panda is very nice
I think
library.
R also supports a lot of these plots, right?
Which one? Spark? Sorry, Spark you are asking?
R,
R, okay, okay, okay. R have, yeah, very good visualization. All R is used old days, right? But nowadays, the capacity of Python and Pandas NumPy is very huge. Okay. So very rare people are
okay,
using R. Even it's almost uh, out of 100 if it have 2-3%. There are a lot of things difficult in R, right? But it's very easy in Python, Pandas.
okay.
Backward
Yeah,
compatibility,
just
project
now you were showing
compatibility.
this visualization, so I remembered like I've done that in R,
Yes.
so I was able to recollect
Yeah,
with these
correct, correct.
names.
R is yeah very initially when these libraries are not popular, R is very popular for doing all these things. You can see tools dealing with the different file format, joins, right? How you perform joins. We'll see all the joins in detail. So and yeah, so here there are more things drop how to drop the value, how to fill the duplicate data. Okay, how to see the missing value. We'll see everything. Okay. And how you can fit your Python logic here and do the some lambda we use it here, okay? Lambda map we use a lot with this wherever iteration will come into the picture. Okay, any other questions? I will
So,
just give you some content to watch before joining the session. Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
yeah, I mean, in the concept of ETL, what will we do actually in the ETL?
Using this library or ETL?
I mean, generally,
Generally,
generally with Python or SQL, yeah. Is there
yeah,
any relation between them,
yeah,
like ETL and everything?
yeah. ETL is all about this combination of this language your ETL become. ETL full form is extraction. Extraction means what? Reading from data from different sources, either
Mm-hmm.
big data, database, Excel, CSV. Okay, that's come under extractions. Create one pipeline to read the data periodically, daily, or some based on the scheduler. So that is one pipeline which you can build using Python, Pandas, or some libraries. Okay, that pipeline.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, after reading, there is a transformations and cleaning.
Mm.
Transformation cleaning you can do using some SQL sort of things and pandas or NumPy or Python libraries, right? Which take some time, right, to do the cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Clean and transform. In transform, lot of other factor will come, fixing the missing value from master data, and there
Mm-hmm.
are 10 Excel. You need to merge it, right? So
Okay.
different sources. Column name is different, so you need to first rename column name. Then based on that, you merge, create a single file. After that, drop the duplicates value. If there is a missing value, use another CSV or file to fill those gaps. All come under
Mhm.
the transformation, which you can sort it by using pandas libraries. Very good. After
Mhm.
all this, you will load. Load means again you need to dump that record either in Excel, CSV database or in big data format. So you need to write your logic to store those data in that format. So you need to build the logic in their format because consume format is fixed, right? This way they are going to save the data. So whatever the data you have, you need to write a logic to in their format so you can store data there. From
Mhm.
there, your SQL query will start to create some reporting table if it's a big table, and then load in your Tableau or Power BI for reporting purpose.
Okay. Okay.
So ETL will consider all these things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of the project I did like transform and load, but in small projects, but I didn't know about extraction. What will
Yeah.
happen in extraction?
Same thing if you go in big data, thing will change. Everything become cloud. Okay.
Okay.
That is called as data engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you will do in cloud. You will use AWS, cloud, GCP cloud technology to create this pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
That time you need to learn those tools, different tools. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions? No? Okay, so let's wrap up for today. For tomorrow, we'll start with the uh, pandas. Okay, so we'll send you some assignments and one more assignment. You need to create a lead code account. You need to solve 10 problems. We'll review tomorrow. Okay, I will try to give us some questions to you. And then your one more assignment is what? Everyone need to create a lead code account and you need to solve 10 questions. Okay. You can choose different domain. There is an option to select topic, string list, tuple, whatever, right? So you can choose anyone and just solve the 10 questions. Anyone have any questions in the lead code? Please ask me now. All clear, right? Okay, perfect. So thank you very much. Have a very good evening. So let's connect tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.